Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to another recording of Hearthstone. Today is Monday, March 5th, and we are on our European account. I don't have a ton of things I need to do. Just play a priest card and then I'm gonna move over to the Americas account, trying to have a quicker experience, but clearly it's not going to be that quick of an experience because we're just starting now and we're going to go at least 45 minutes. Let's see. And being Monday, by the time I get through all the news, I suspect there will be more news on my Twitter feed to talk about. Decent number of new people on my chat today. Hi to all the new people. PC Gamer has an article. Is this multiplayer sailing sim quiet and serene, or is everyone just ignoring me? There's an open world multiplayer sailing sim called Sail Away, and it's apparently empty, devoid of people, which would be a problem in a multiplayer game. It doesn't look bad. It looks like, well, one screenshot looks pretty good. The next screenshot doesn't look as good. I think the truth of it is you probably aren't going to run into a lot of other sailing people. Wow. And the game doesn't have any collision detection apparently. I'm looking at a video where the boat literally just passes through each other. No damage, no deflection, no effect whatsoever. Yeah, I don't know why you would want to play a sailing simulator. Either you can play, I think either you can sail for real, and that would be something intriguing and interesting to do in the real world, or you just don't really care. Not really much more to say about this. I liked the sailing in Wind Waker in the Zelda game. I didn't like that it was incredibly long in the first version of that, and when they were able to move the islands closer and eliminate some of the open ocean, that was an improvement, but I didn't inherently hate the concept from the beginning. And Nintendo did a decent job of also improving the sailing by having some other things you could do, which like finding treasure at the bottom of the ocean and shooting rupees to collect them and shooting octopuses. This isn't very video game related, but Netflix apparently will soon let your parents block their kids from watching specific shows and movies. Parents won't have to ban the entire maturity level of content. At a certain level, though, I don't know where that helps. Because if you know specific content that you don't want your kid to see, that's kind of a very custom issue. What is a good example here? If your kid was, say, obsessed with the Saw movies, and you blocked all the Saw movies, but you let him watch every other movie that was at that level, they could just go watch what is Hostel. I don't see the real reason there. Maybe on the other side of it, though, perhaps this is for parents that want to ban their kids from watching kids shows that have, say, magic in it. Let's let's just assume for a second that in 2018 there are still parents out there that don't want their kids watching any content with magic in it. Then that might make a little bit of sense. But you'd still very much have to filter out so many different things, and so many things appear and disappear on Netflix. It seems like it's crazy. Parents can lock specific shows and movies behind pins, and let's see. It's like a 4-digit code, which easy enough to guess. And then, like, the example picture here they have is the fundamentals of caring, which I don't know why that would be picked. And you have to type in the name. Yeah, it seems kind of crazy. Like, but then again, there are some movies on Amazon, some foreign films that you, if you knew they existed, you might want to block. But inherently, I think this all just boils down to the usual response of parents need to watch what their kids are watching and be in the room when kids are watching TV for the most part, when they're at such a young and impressionable age. And when they're not at such a young and impressionable age, they need to just trust them to not, I don't know, rot their brains via watching the wrong show to the point where they're actually mentally damaged. Like what watching a inappropriate movie is gonna do to a kid is highly debatable and seems hyped up, in my opinion. Like, I certainly don't attribute any of my major problems in life to the fact that I watched rated R and PG-13 movies when I was underage. In fact, I remember once being in a child care at a bowling alley as my parents were bowling, and they were showing all the kids of all ages Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and I very vividly remember seeing the monkey brain and bug eating scene. And while it did leave an impression, it did not really drive me crazy or anything. Totally not video game related, but Amazon has stopped selling Nest products because they're upset with Google. Which, whatever, the Amazon seems to do that every now and then with people they're upset with. Actually, I just need to play cards, so I should have played that. Slay the Spire has now super hard daily challenge modes, which opens up Slay the Spire to being something like Hearthstone, but it just doesn't look as good as Hearthstone. It's just not as polished. It's going to be really, really hard for any game to unseat something like Hearthstone. I would argue there's a higher chance of somebody unseating World of Warcraft before Hearthstone gets unseated as the leader for online video collectible card games. There's a couple people that could do it, but Slay the Spire is not one of them. Alright, so that gets us 2 done for the European account. Let's move on to the Americas account. If I had better funding and could have afforded it, Slay the Spire would have been one of those games that I would have purchased day one. as soon as I heard about it and covered. There's a Kingdom Come Deliverance lightsaber mod. This is probably going to be the last article that anybody writes about Kingdom Come Deliverance. However, I think it's come and gone. Nobody really cares about it, and I don't think it has enough money to pay people like PC Gamer to continue to talk about it. This was an article PC Gamer wrote 2 days ago, and I haven't heard or seen anything new about it since. I did get a watch and learn, so I only have 2 here. So we can start by opening a card pack. Let's see. All I need on these general things are legendaries and epics. Anything else will get turned into dust. And we did not get any legendaries or epics. And that makes it rather hard to justify purchasing 50 classic packs for this deck. I probably will purchase 50 of the new pack in the next expansion. Gives me 360 dust, which is still too little. Moving on, we now need Shaman and Mage victories on ranked play, which could be wild, could be casual. I could play this Murloc, or I could play this. Thanks for reminding me. Why am I on wild? I'm 22 or 23 in standard. I think I want to stick with standard play, even though my main account really does have a chance of holding its own if I had a few good decks in wild play. With the changes to ranked play, I still want to do standard. Tragic Master says North America hype. Well, it's actually the Americas. It's all of the Americas account, but whatever. Let's see. We want to trade this one, I guess. Got my icons back, so I've closed enough page. Path of Exile has a Pokemon-esque league that PC Gamer has 5 great builds to help you get started in, apparently. I'm not really interested in Path of Exiles. I don't even know what it is. Well, let's watch one of these videos. There's a bunch of videos here. It's a top-down. It looks like a MOBA type game, League of Legends type game. So, yep, nothing interesting there. Square Enix teases a Valkyrie profile Lilith re-release with a new trailer. In 2018, the goddess descends as the quote. This is a PC Gamer article. The original game was released in 1999 according to the trailer. This trailer is not really showing anything other than the shadow of a Valkyrie. Valkyrie Profile Lilith was a PSP port of Valkyrie Profile, which originally came out on the PlayStation in 1999. Valkyrie Profile I've heard about. It's a nichely loved game. the problem here that even PC Gamer is mentioning, and they really only took this entire article from Gematsu, is 2 recent other JRPGs came out and they were not good, in Secret of Mana and Chrono Trigger. Let's see, play this so we can do this. So we can do that. There we go. The original Valkyrie Profile Lilith game was made by Tri-Ace, who also made the Star Ocean series. So, I guess we'll wait for more news. Yeah. More news on the Valkyrie Profile stuff. One of the things that I just thought of that might help my channel is when I watch a video and other people watch a video and you see a recommendation for one of my videos. So that is to say, if you go and watch something that I didn't create and then they recommend something from me, maybe if more people clicked on the thing from me, that would what am I trying to say? That would cause the YouTube algorithm to recommend my channel more. That could have been the thing, come to think of it, that pushed me over the edge. Or might be the thing that pushes me over the edge. There's a new game, it has no reviews, called Just One Color. It looks like it's a Lights Out clone, where you just try to get everything to be one color. Not a terrible thought to begin with, and it's 40% off, so it's 60 cents to begin with. As soon as it came out, single player only. Doesn't look super ambitious, but it doesn't look bad either, so I'm gonna put that on my wish list. I like to highlight small games if I can. Let's see, this, and then this, this, and then that, and then play that. And I've got this in the bag. Gearbox has this new publishing blog, or, well, it's actually publishing blog 6, so there was 5 of them, and it's just the publishing department of Gearbox talking about what they're doing. So the Steve, no last name, is listed as the head of publishing. His quote here is, "So our first Nintendo Switch title is announced just now, and just as everyone else making games also seems to be intent on giving Switch a try. It's really quite exciting to see so many third-party developers it's really quite exciting to see so many third-party developers and publishers heading towards the Nintendo platform. Now we just gotta figure out how to make the cartridges instead of discs. I think they're different. Do we have a guy on that problem here? Jeff, no last name, is the brand manager. He says February was focused on We Happy Few marketing partnership and content strategy for marketing and communications team. one of the things we worked on that I'm super excited is a fun piece of We Happy Few video content. We're working with our partners over at Kickstand. Kickstand is a creative agency that we worked with on Duke Nukem's Bulletstorm Tour live action promotional videos. I don't know if that is a good thing to reference, honestly. Let's just take our victory here. Skipping on, Meredith, the community coordinator. She goes, "Hi y'all. February was a pretty busy month for me, especially Valentine's Day landing smack in the middle of it. Holidays are always a fantastic opportunity to engage our community, and Valentine's Day allows for some pretty creative content. We created some awesome content for the We Happy Few channels, but our crown jewel was truly the delicious Valentine's Day's recipe. Elsa, Nicole, and I, channeling the Great British Bake Off, whipped up these tasty Victoria sponge hearts, over the course of an afternoon, and we were not disappointed on how they turned out. As a finishing touch, we awakened our latent cake decorating powers to bang out some shockingly beautiful and easy to make candy butterflies. These were added to mimic the effects of joy, and they really added a little something to the overall presentation. Projects like these are one of my favorite parts of the job. It's really rewarding when your idea comes out just as you imagined, and even better when it's edible. Beyond that, I supported several publishing beats on social, including the announcements of Hello Neighbor is coming to the Nintendo Switch. On a personal note, I finally finished Persona 5 which I've been obsessively playing every weekend since Christmas. Now that I'm done, I'm trying to relearn what it's like to be a responsible adult. Wish me luck. So what's interesting here for this publishing team is one person talks about what there actually sounds like work. The other person talks about what sounds like work they handed off to a third-party advertising company to do most of. And then the third person talks about cooking food. And apparently that is her job. I mean, and you kind of wonder why Borderlands 3 isn't out yet. Although this is the publishing department, so maybe they put all the ineffective employees into the publishing department and put the effective programmers in charge of making Borderlands 3. But then why isn't it out? Next we have Elsa, still no last name. Really unprofessional. Like, what are these people's last name? Either you're going to keep your anonymity and not be in the publishing business, or you're going to give it out. Let's go ahead and hit this, I suppose. Elsa, the new media manager, says, "Happy February. A lot can happen in such a short month, but thankfully February gives us a reason to cope via the consumption of a whole lot of sweets, especially the ones we whipped up for We Happy Few's Valentine's Day content block. This was by far my favorite of our We Happy Few recipes." What's also very interesting here is I didn't see any of this advertising for We Happy Few. I haven't seen any advertising for We Happy Few in months. If that tells anybody anything, they're not getting their message out. And my attitude and opinion of We Happy Few is that it's an unfinished early access game trying to sell itself like it's a finished game. And I thought they took it off of sale or something like that to work on it some more. Moving on, I guess. Also made some moves behind the scenes. We're talking new influencer management platform for a spin. Which will allow us to better communicate with the awesome folks that create video content and streams for our games. Which, okay, we'll see if that affects me in any way whatsoever. As a YouTuber who may at some point get around to playing Borderlands 2. I should get around to playing Borderlands 2. I like that game. If you're interested in making your way onto our influencer list, feel free to drop me a line at Elsa Rockdoc on Twitter. No, I guess I'm not really interested. Like, that I don't want to call myself an influencer for the first part of that, and secondly, if I did apply, I'm just setting myself up for some frustration because they'll just say you don't have enough subs for us to care, or they'll send me a free game, which is not what I want at all. I don't want to have to put I got this game for free and thus it's sponsored content now. On a personal note, I was able to secure a date for my PhD dissertation defense. This is a presentation where I tell my committee about the work I did looking at gender in music games. Okay. I'm going to gracefully overlook that our PhD is looking at gender in music games and move on. Things I learned, limitations, contributions to my academic field. And then they grill me for the better part of an hour. It's probably about as much fun as it sounds. If you could send me positive thoughts and a cute cat pics on Monday, March 5th, it would be greatly appreciated. Stay tuned to the pub blog where I tell you whether I get to be called doctor. Not that kind, though. Let's play this, I guess. Austin, the PR manager, still no last name. He starts his letter, "Hey!" exclamation point. That's crazy. It's also probably crazy that I'm reading all of these. This month has finished the marketing plan for We Happy Few, figured out what events it will be attending, and started planning the marketing for an unannounced project that involves going one-on-one with other players. Oh, so not Battleborn then? Like, I don't think you can do something along the lines of Overwatch where it's one-on-one. Yeah, I don't think that works. And who do I want to play now? Two. There you go. Making marketing plans is a fun task, but it requires us to take a step back and analyze the game before, from an objective view. To drop a fancy marketing term, we conduct what's called a SWOT, S-W-O-T analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats, to help us know what features we should highlight and to what degree, depending on the market and how it's trending. We all feel very good about We Happy Few, and we can't wait to get the campaign kicked off. What's interesting about all these blogs here is it kind of feels like these are monthly reports that you would turn in to, say, Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox, so that he can know that you actually did something that month or not. Something that you would turn in if you have some level of anonymity where you're not being looked at every day. by a boss, but anonymity is the wrong phrase there. Autonomy. Yeah, but you still have to show something to prove you're actually doing work. There's a surprising number of jobs you can get where you don't have to prove that you did anything in a month whatsoever and still keep your job for a while. But that doesn't really apply to this conversation. Slowly, we're getting these done. In other news, I started Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and in other news, I haven't stopped playing League of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Jeff has already yelled at me for playing at my desk. Well, it's like, so he's playing the game at work. As a video game PR person, that's still probably not allowed. How many more people are there here? Wow. No, I think we've gone through enough of these. There's 3 more people that if I really cared what the publishing department of Gearbox was doing, it would be really, this would be really helpful information, like the inside track, but there's not a lot there. The New York Toy Festival, the biggest like toy festival where you show off toys that you sell to places like Toys R Us that then end up in stores throughout the year, happened. There's somebody is making some Borderlands action figures to sell, and let's see if there's anything else here that's jumping out. I really needed to skim this article. It's just way too long. I probably won't read that ever again. I probably won't even see it ever again, to be honest. PC Gamer has an article. Skyrim artist reveals he modeled the look of the game's giants on his dad. Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, the giants do look like an old man, so this is kind of just a artist admitting that he photo-referenced content he created, which, you know, a lot of artists photo-reference, and it's not really a big issue, other than if you lie about it or you just get so obnoxious about it. Like, there's some comic book artists that photo reference, and they basically are tracing pictures of famous people as background characters. Man, do we have time to read job listings? I keep pushing them off because they're boring. And if I'm saying they're boring, maybe I shouldn't do the job listings at all. I guess it eventually just boils down to how much time do I have left. So the 7 days left on the Humble Brawler bundle and Classic returns. Let's see. This ends in 17 hours. The Humble Bundle with the classic games. It's a shame I'm gonna miss out on that one. Let's see. PC Gamer has a article, Great Puzzle Games of PC Gaming. Excuse me. I got a tickle in the back of my throat. They're mentioning specific puzzles in specific games. For instance, the insult sword fighting in Monkey Island, the time traveling in Sam and Max Beyond Time and Space, which I don't recall that being the greatest puzzle ever. The introduction of Leisure Suit Larry 7, Love It for Sale, SAIL. The environmental puzzles in The Witness, which those were kind of cool. The Crypto Linguine Sticks and Fez. The Fire Marbles in Ribbon. I don't remember this puzzle. Oh, and I'm going to get around to playing Ribbon pretty soon, so that's going to be bad. The Cherry Tree and Day of the Tentacle, decent point-click puzzle. The Jindosh Riddle in Dishonored 2. And The Truth in Assassin's Creed 2, which I highly disagree on that one. I do not feel like that was a rewarding puzzle, nor do I feel like those puzzles were very good. Let's see what else. Breaking Free and Portal. The whole second half of Portal is a great puzzle. Alright, let's go back to Twitter before I start looking at job listings. What can we do? Charge guy. And this. And this. And then attack with everything I got. Let's see. Giant Bomb just did Metal Gear Survives review. What did they give it? 2 out of 5 stars. That's a pretty low score for Giant Bomb. Let's see. Give a friendly Murloc +1/+1. Victory. There's a new YouTube creator insider video gonna come soon for any YouTube creators, so that'll be interesting. 2 more victories and some more spells need to be played. And we're slowly moving up ranked. Nice. What in the world is this game? Apparently there's a game on itch.io called Legend of the Hand that's 30% off. It is the weirdest combination of bad hand-drawn animation and weird imagery I will see, at least for today, I imagine. This is interesting. Telltale liked a post from Girls Behind the Games, and the post is, "Hey, everyone at BioWare here with a takeover." So all the women from BioWare, a division of EA, are taking over the Twitter account for a while of Girls Behind Games, and Telltale likes that. Which tells me I'm following too many video game companies. Let's keep on scrolling down and seeing if there's any real news. Let's let's see, what do I want to play? Something like this to start with. Gotta keep my eye on the ball. Bill Gates is playing tennis with Team Fed, F-E-D. He's really old to be playing tennis. Wow, Evil Within number 41 just aired on my channel 47 minutes ago. I did not realize I still had some episodes of Evil Within. Man, I need to do some scheduling. I need to make sure all these videos are going to air on time. I've seen a lot of YouTubers, they seem to be quitting YouTube because of being demonetized, would be my guess. More than just a random collection of people who are tired of it and leaving. Let's see. Is there anything else? Like, was Ditto the game? No, that's not the game I recently played. I don't remember what the name of that game was, though. Maybe it was called Ditto. PC Gamer has an article called Modders Take on the Quest to Save Chrono Trigger on PC. Let's see what that is. Let's see. A week after Square Enix released an embarrassing PC port, the community is hard at work setting it right. Come on. Attack and end the turn. Pay attention here. Apparently there already was a tool to kind of take the sprite images and elements out of Square Enix games from Final Fantasy VI. So they're just going to change that. They were able to change that a little bit and pull out the sprites for Chrono Trigger. And that might help them improve it. Let's see. First, there's a bilinear filter running on top of the whole game, including the UI. You see that? When it's... So that makes it look worse. By removing the filter, it didn't do much to fix Chrono Trigger's problems. Square Enix's biggest mistake was an aggressively and sloppily resized sprites and tiles, making art assets look blurry even when a filter was slapped on top of them. I'm just reading this article. Like, if they could mod Chrono Trigger, and then I would potentially like buy it, but then also Chrono Trigger is not going to be available for sale but for a couple of weeks. I'm just going to scroll down this. So, yeah, long story short, modders have done some things to fix the scaling issues for Chrono Trigger, but I'm still not sure there's really any reason why you would want to play Chrono Trigger in this form instead of just playing the emulated version, because the emulated version would just run better and have more support anyways. And unlike Secret of Mana, where there was new 3D assets and voice acting and things, I don't believe any of that actually happened with the release of Chrono Trigger. It's just an upscaled version of the mobile port. So I think it's probably a waste of time to even try and buy the game and then mod it to fix it. Just keep on playing. Losing focus here. Play this. Oh man, if I hadn't just used this hero ability, I could have played that. Oh well. I'm reading an article from the SNK Heroes Tag Team Frenzy. And the developers are talking about it. And really, I'm just scrolling down to this one question that I knew was going to happen. What is your take on the thought that SNK Heroes Tag Team Frenzy is too heavy on the fan service? Sora Naka says SNK has been made aware of the fact that a lot of female characters in the King of Fighters series have been getting a lot of attention. In a way, we kind of wanted to use that to our advantage, which is why we came up with this game and compared to the games like the King of Fighters series, Samurai Shodown series, Fatal Fury series, and Art of Fighting series. It will be a much lighter-hearted game. That's a great way to talk around that question. And then Schroed says, from the NIS America point of view, which will be the American distributor. Let's not screw this up. Let's do this. Let's do this now and win. From the NIS American point of view, we are looking at it as the game that really hones in on the female characters and really spotlights them. There will be systems in the game you will not see in the other titles, and it is very interesting and a different game. A really great platform that shows off the fan favorite characters. Well, this is a much better response than the Kotaku article that basically asked him the same question. Let's see. The rest of the articles are mostly just about the game, how many different modes and things that people don't even are going to be very interested in it. Probably a little too much reporting about this game, honestly. It's just an SNK fighting game. It's just another fighting game. There's a new one practically every week. And my Twitter timed out, so I don't know if I'd seen everything or not as far as news articles, because I got distracted. Yeah, I don't think we're doing job listings today, because, come on, play the game. I'm pretty distracted today, clearly. That's part of the problem. Warcraft will be available in Final Fantasy Brave Edition for limited time starting March 9th. Brave Edition, Final Fantasy Brave Edition is, I believe, the cell phone game. See, is there anything else to talk about? Any more news? See, let's play this. So this is Ice Block, almost certainly.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Monster Hunter World shipped 7.5 million units under 2 months. Play that and that and keep on attacking. I don't even know if I need one more victory or not. I should look. This feels like one of those streams if I'm going to criticize myself, and I should. We've been going for about 3 hours now. This definitely feels like a stream where I personally am dropping the ball. It's just like not fully awake, not totally paying attention, not able to multitask as well as I would like to be able to. Like, isn't that the case for everybody? They think they're great at multitasking and nobody really is. Let's see. PC Gamer has an article. This system is a shoot 'em up that prioritizes accessibility while still being a challenge. While I've personally had problems with trying to play shoot 'em up games, I find them to be. Let's see. What do I want to do here? Get it down to 1. Here to see if I can win, which I can't, and then play this. This game doesn't look very interesting or good, however. So while it may be a shoot 'em up that has the ability to change a lot of buttons and make it easier for people who have potentially trouble like I do with arthritis or some other kind of weakness in their hands, it still doesn't strike me as an interesting looking game. That's where Let's Plays got their popularity, I imagine, is that there's a large number of people that like the looks of games and want to see them played but can't play them themselves. Let's see. Let's just close these job listings. Wargaming in Chicago, Illinois has a UI engineer, user interface engineer job if you're interested in that. And a company called Disruptor Beam has a visual FX job, and they're in Framingham, Massachusetts. Interesting. Let's see what Disruptor Beam makes, because I have never heard of this company. Another ice block, another save. Let's see. Disruptor Beam. What games do they make? They made The Walking Dead March to War on App Store and Google Play. They made, apparently, nothing else. Star Trek Timelines apparently is on Steam. Can I find it on Steam? It's mixed free-to-play game. Mixed review. And Game of Thrones Ascent, which is App Store and free to play. So you kind of know what kind of games you're going to make. Licensed games if you work for Disruptor Beam. Let's see. Close that. Win streak. Win streak, win streak, win streak. Let's see. Tragic Master says, good job ordering the 1 HP block protection. Good game. Thanks, Tragic. And we're up to rank 21. And where are we? I think we're done. Like, I don't believe there's actually anything I need to do because we had to watch and learn already. So we can just end it here. And I'll probably trade this out tomorrow, even though we've done most of those. And I've just managed to, I would say, poorly cover today's stream. I felt pretty low energy. I got a case of the Mondays, I guess. But I managed to cover all the news that I saw fit to cover and do all of the challenges. So there's really no reason to even go into a post-game show. Like, I'm not going to play any more Hearthstone today. Which is good because maybe that will get me to the point where I can play the Force Unleashed 2 and power through that. That's it for this stream. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. If you want to support me, gift me something on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.